Well, good morning. So, it's starting to clear up, I think. But woke up and there, a bit of clouds out, and it started to cloud over more. The sky was going pretty red. Red sky in the morning. But it is clearing up, it looks. We'll see how the day goes. So, yeah, limiting myself to 1 cup of coffee this morning. Figure I'll just try to get out, get to the next camp. Like I said yesterday, it's going to be an easier day, but still, it's like, I forget what did I say, 5 kilometers in portages. So I'm not looking forward to that. I don't hate portages either. There's this thing, that it's like you need to hate portages to be a canoe tripper. I don't hate them. It's a love-hate relationship, I guess. So, I like the challenge of them. I like to see the inside the bush. When you're on the canoe, you have a great open view of everything, but you don't see inside of it. So the portage allows me to do that. Allows me to get further away from people who aren't willing to push themselves on the portage. So I like them. But there's definitely portages that suck. And yeah, 2 kilometers on a portage, that sucks. So anyway, yeah, coffee, dug out my trail mix, gonna put it near the top of the bag, try to remember to keep it there. Yeah, I had a quick wash up, got chased out of the water by leeches. That would have been pretty amusing to see. So, yeah, still tired, still waking up. Looks like it'll be a nice day, though. I have a feeling that when I push past this next portage, I'm probably not going to see many other people. And that's probably a good thing. I don't know what day it is, either. What is it? Today's Sunday. So definitely anyone out here, not anyone, but the majority of people will be leaving either today or tomorrow. So oh, and batteries. Yeah, I'm gonna have to use the GoPro. Keep looking at my screen to see if I'm even recording. Gonna need to use the GoPro. I'm on the first battery, but it's in the last bar. I have no idea how long it's gonna last. So it's probably good, actually. I hardly use it. I don't like the footage. I don't like the look of it. But I hardly ever use it. It is an action camera. I wouldn't say I do action stuff. My stuff is pretty slow-paced, but I guess it is somewhat action if I had a camera going while paddling or portaging or whatever. So yeah, so I'm gonna dig that out and figure out a way to use it to save the battery life on the GH4. Anyway, gonna have my breakfast, trail mix and coffee, and pack up and get out of here. Okay, well, I'm at the first portage. This is the long one. This is Lorne Lake behind me, where I camped the night, and the portage. It says here on the sign, Lorne Lake to Kakasamic. Anyway, still can't say it. Kakasamic Lake. Lorne Lake to Kakasamic Lake. And it says that it's 1,535 meters. So 1.5 kilometers. Okay, well, anyway, also I'm now filming, recording with the GoPro. No idea what this looks like. You know, the downside with the GoPro is no viewfinder or anything when I'm looking at the camera. No idea if I'm even in frame. I don't know if it's dark or bright. And even when I'm setting up a shot, it's a very small little screen at the back of the camera, and when it's in its waterproof housing, it makes it very difficult to see, especially when you're in the sun and getting glare. So yeah, we'll see, you know. Later on, leave a comment, let me know, what do you think? Maybe some of you like the GoPro footage better. So, good thing about the GoPro is I do have a couple mounts that I can use. So I'm going to record this portage, or at least try to, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. Okay, well, what's this lake called again? Kakasamic. Kakasamic. I'm on Kakasamic Lake. That portage kicked my. I wasn't expecting. That was what, 1,500 thereabouts, bit over I think. So it was 500 meters less than yesterday's 2,000 meter. Yeah, that was a nightmare of a portage. Kind of my own fault for one of the parts. I took the big bag to start off with, and I forgot to put any bug spray on. Yeah, halfway into the portage, I had bugs all over me, mosquitoes, you know, flying in my eyes. There was like a cloud of mosquitoes, you know. I came down bottom section and it was kind of swampy in there, and there was literally a cloud that I walked through. As soon as I walked through them, yeah, they just followed me all the way. So that made it crappy. But just tough too, hilly. And you know, I think also, again today I didn't eat a whole lot. I had some trail mix, one coffee, and I think tired from yesterday still. But yeah, even just the walk back to get the canoe was tough. So yeah, then I did the canoe. Dehydrated like no tomorrow, so I already drank 3/4 of my Nalgene bottle, so that's whatever, 1,000 mils, a liter. So I would have drank all of it, but I'm saving some until I get to the other side of the lake if I can, and then I'll have to fill the water filter and get myself some more. Considering whether or not to stop somewhere and have some lunch, I would rather just get there and then eat. But yeah, feeling exhausted. You know, it's a, I don't know, I'll say it's a pathetic sort of feeling, you know? Out by myself, feeling tired. So I need to kind of encourage myself to take that extra step. But you know, it's pathetic too, because I think, geez, you know, you can do this. Why are you so exhausted? You know? Is it because of age? I'm not that old. You know, I'm not young anymore. My eyesight's going, my hearing's going, my back, my shoulders. You know, I'm not young anymore, but I'm not that old. I'll be 46 this fall. That's not old. So these are the things that I'm thinking about while I'm lugging, you know, 50 pounds on my back for 1.5 kilometers. And then I tell myself, no, this is just really hard going. Anyhow, I've got a headwind, so I'm gonna focus on paddling, get to the next portage. Okay, well, I'm here at now the portage from Kakasamic Lake to O-Lake, and it says it's 455 meters. So I need to go there with the big bag, come back and get the canoe, go there again. So 1.5 kilometers. Now, something kind of exciting happened while I was out paddling, and I wish I had got it on footage. You'll never believe me, but that's all right. So I was paddling along and feeling, you know, slightly negative about, you know, the day so far. Mostly my aches and pains and how difficult tripping and stuff like that is becoming. And looking for the portage. And then I heard a noise, and I thought, you know, my thought was that like maybe there's a moose up ahead or something. So I kept paddling and, you know, had the camera pointed in case I saw a moose, I could turn it on. And then I heard a noise again, and it was up right above me. And I looked up, and there was a bald eagle sitting up in the tree above me. And I'm not going to say he flapped his wings, but he kind of made a movement, and then he was off. So that was really good. That was like almost what I needed, you know? It was a reminder of why I do this, you know? One of the reasons, one of the many reasons why I do this, to have those tiny moments. Seeing that bird made my morning better. It's funny, the small things, eh? Anyhow, so this portage, I was gonna do a water filter, but it's kind of swampy, lots of debris and stuff in here, reedy and a little nasty. So I'm not going to. I still have like not a whole lot. I have 200 ml in my water bottle. I'm going to hold off. I'm going to pack the big bag to the other side, and I will see what. All right, well, technical difficulty there. Battery kicked out on me, but so that's battery number 1 gone from the GH4. So yeah, a day and a half, not bad. Definitely going to use the GoPro more for just some of the travel footage. That way I can capture it and not have to worry about, you know, using up all the battery. Try to use the GH4 for this type of thing and some of the more important shots, I think. I'd like to try to get a time lapse in or two if I can. Yeah, what was I saying before the battery died? I think just that I was going to fill up the water filter here, but yeah, the water's not so great looking, so I'm going to leave that. I'm going to bring the orange bag over to the other side, and then I will have a look to see what the water looks like on that side of the portage. O-Lake, it's called. There's no campsites on it, tiny thing. It's probably a pond. So yeah, the water might not be any better, so we'll see. Anyway, after that, I'll cross O-Lake, and then I think it's a 200-meter portage, and then I will be on Mattowacka, where I'm spending the night. There's 2 campsites on Mattowacka, so I would assume that the water is, well, like any other lake in Algonquin, but I would assume that it's not totally disgusting. So yeah, if I have to, I'll just wait and pack on and be at camp in an hour and do the water thing there. I still have 200 mils, so I'm not going to drink it now. I'll do my orange bag. I'll come back here, maybe drink it then, or pack the canoe over and then have a drink. Unless there's something really exciting on this portage, I'm not going to bother filming it. So yeah, it looks uphill. So yeah, filming is just one more thing. So actually, that's just an excuse. But Anyway, I just don't feel like filming right now, portage. So I'm gonna get it done. See you in a bit. Okay, well, this is O-Lake. Yeah, a lot more like a pond. I think I even see like a beaver dam on the other side over there. So yeah, the water right here is pretty murky. Look down and I see, you know, leeches swimming around. So I'm gonna hold off. I just got this little bit to cross and then 200-meter portage on the other side. I got a bit of water, I'll drink that, and then I'll do filtering right away when I get to the other side. Yeah, O-Lake. Okay, well, finally across O-Lake. That was a rough paddle. So, yeah, this portage, O-Lake to Mattowacka. And that's where I'm spending the night. It says 200 meters on the sign over there. Where are you? 200? And I'm not going to do much filming, but I kind of ripped off all the people who are thinking, show me what every portage looks like. So I'm just going to walk in for a quick second. It's 200 meters, you know. I am tired. My legs are angry at me for doing this, but I can walk in for a second to just share the view. So this portage doesn't look that bad, really. Pretty much looks straight across. Widowmaker there. But yeah, go through. And it'll be about that far. So anyway, looking forward to finding a campsite. I'm really hoping Mattowacka isn't a swampy lake. I would love to go for a swim. And you know, for those of you thinking, geez, Jason, just filter the water out of what's there. The thing is, yeah, okay, Sawyer water filters, definitely, they're good, can filter out a lot of stuff, but I want it to last, number one, and you have to backwash whenever you do really dirty water. You have to backwash more frequent. And the rule of filtering or cleaning any water is always start out with the cleanest water source that you can find. This isn't. So yeah, I'll just bypass this, you know what I mean? I had about a cup of water, and I am incredibly thirsty. You know, I've been sweating like crazy out here. It's about 30 degrees and 35 with the humidity, yeah, that too. But yeah, an extra 200 meters, I think I'll be able to survive. So anyway, tons of leeches on this side. When I got out and unpacked, I saw them all head into the canoe, so I'll probably have some hitchhikers. I don't know why they always latch onto canoes. I'm not gonna get anything out of them, but anyway. Okay, I'm gonna do the portage. I'll meet you on the other side. Okay, I just got to the other side of the portage. You know how I was saying I hope that Mattowacka isn't a swampy mess? Yeah. Well, right now it's not looking too promising. I'll show you my feet. What I'm standing on. But there is a really lovely assortment of pitcher plants over here to the left of the swamp. Anyhow, I'm hoping this is just the opening, the end of the portage, the opening to the lake, and I'll go around that bend and paradise. I'm gonna go get the canoe and we'll find out. So I guess this is Mattowacka Lake, and if I choose to stay here, my campsite looks like a spot where there was a small fire, probably lightning strike. The tree that is standing is pretty much the tallest tree around, and the ones that are down are pretty fried and also tall. But anyway, paddled in. This was the first site I saw. Well, there was one right at the opening, and I thought, no way, too close to the swampiness. Paddle in. This was right across the lake. Headed over to see what it's like. There's another one over there in the distance, so I paddled in over there. And there's another one over there, but over there it looked really grassy and stuff. And this had the rock, so I thought rock is good. Yeah, it's not bad actually. Like, there's a nice spot to sit here by the water. Aside from being burnt out, it's not bad. I don't, you know, for one night, I don't mind the burnt out. Is there a spot for me to set a tent that is not weird? Yeah, probably somewhere. It's really weird. It's the ground is just very uneven, and yeah, it's regenerating. It's yeah, it's wild. But yeah, not much to really see, but I'll show you. So I'm in the ground. But anyhow, I'm very thirsty, and no matter what, this is good enough place to get a drink. So I'm gonna get that on. Okay, well, going to have the first part of my dinner, a late lunch. Need to boil up some water. This is going to be kind of crazy. Big pot, little burner. Of course, I'll put that on the other side. So yeah, I got cleaned up, got the water filter going, I filtered, well, I did like half of this, well, it was 3/4, and I drank some. I filled this back up. I've got the water for this. Just gonna do some ramen, Mr. Noodles, vegetable flavor. I wish I had about 20 of these right now. Pretty hungry. Some like barbecue pork or something to go with it, a couple cold beers. But anyway, yeah, it's all right. It's like I said, early dinner of a later dinner. And I should have brought more of these, because I was thinking, you know, the dehydration, this is perfect. So like, I didn't know, I never check, but you know, cook these at home, and 2 cups of cold water to a boil. I probably put more in, but I don't care, you know, I'm just gonna cook it up, and then I'm gonna drink that, and you know, it's gonna be my salt and whatever, probably MSG content for the day, and lots of fluids as well. So yeah, I should bring more of these. In fact, years ago, I don't know why I stopped. Years ago, you could get these, I think the brand was like Core or something like that. It's like K-O-O-R or K-O-R-R. There might be an N in there, maybe it's Nor. But they had like packets of like soup, just whatever, just add water. Minestrone soup, just add water. For some reason I stopped buying those. I gotta find them again. Ooh. So yeah, I'm not sure about staying here. It's not the best all up, you know, like it's burnt and scarred, but like it was good to get the water and everything like that. But it's a little bit windy. There's no protection from the sun, but also just looking at the clouds, I'm wondering if it's going to build up that we could get some rain tonight as well, and there's absolutely no shelter for that unless I hike into the bush. So there's that. Then also, like if I hiked or camped out here, you know, like that's a dead tree behind me, this little one, and the one beside it, and the one behind it, and the big one is like half dead. You know, there's another dead one there, another dead one, the one beside the big one is dead, the one behind the big one's dead. So really, not the best campsite, you know, if the wind picks up or if there was a storm or anything like that. I think I have the lake to myself. That campsite at the other side of the lake could be the one to go to. It's weird because when I look over there, I see the orange campsite sign, and then just to the right of it, there's something that looks white, like it's a person. But I keep looking, but it's like it doesn't move. The reflection kind of changes. You know, it goes from bright to dull, but doesn't move, so I don't think it's a person. It's probably just a tree. Yeah, anyway, so that's where I'm at now. Yeah, feeling pretty beat, surprised. You know, today's the easy day. So at least I have enough time that I can have something to eat right now and then eat again, you know, in a few hours. Try to get some, you know, more fluids and just, yeah, calories into me. Tomorrow's not a rough day either. It's about the same, a little bit longer, I think, in kilometers. But, yeah, not too bad. And then the following day is a bit more. I think the following day is like maybe 11 or 12 kilometers. Yeah, like in a linear distance. And that's actually the day that I may have to turn around, depending on the conditions. I'm worried about it, you know, I'd hate to get halfway down the creek and find that it's dried out or not even dried out. The issue is if it's dried out and it's a really long portage, that's gonna suck big time, you know, because it's like, I don't know, it's like 5 kilometers or something. But I could handle that, you know, whatever. I'd bring my big pack down to the one end, and if I didn't feel like going back, I'd just sleep at the end and go get the canoe the next morning. But the issue is if it's muddy, because the mud, like there's mud bogs, and that's the issue. That's where like the safety issue on my own, you know. I'd hate to hop out of the canoe into a mud bog and sink up to my waist in it and not be able to get myself out. So, you know, and I know that probably sounds funny, but it happens. It happens to moose. It happens to people, right? You travel together with, you know, someone else, and you get stuck, and you get them to help pull you out. So, and you know, the concern also is, I think, actually on the last portage, that short, whatever it was, 200 meters, I had that feeling, you know, I don't know if it's a gut feeling or just a feeling, but I had that feeling that there's nobody else. And sure enough, on the lake, I went past the one campsite, didn't see anybody. That campsite over there looked empty when I was closer paddling by. This was empty. Yeah. So I think that, what was that? Went to Lorne Lake, and then that Kakasamic. I think there was someone on that last lake, Kakasamic. I think that's as far as people go. Maybe they know that beyond that is, you know, the long portage, the, you know, muddy swamp, and, you know, this lake is not that bad, but burnt out campsite. Haven't looked at the other one. So tomorrow I'm supposed to go to another lake, Shada, I think it's called. And yeah, who knows what that looks like. Beyond that, you know, like, people could know that, yeah, don't travel in there, or it's just that it's so tough going that people don't. So, you know, there definitely isn't any signs of people either. Like, the fire pit is, like, there's nothing in it, you know, it's just, there's a few little coals. Nobody has been here at this campsite for a very long time. So, yeah, you know, and that's what I set out for. The problem just is that, you know, sometimes when you're out trying to get to places where there's nobody else, sometimes you discover that the path is not travelable. So, travelable? Passable? So, anyway, we'll see. As far as tonight goes, I'm going to check out that other campsite, and if it's better, which it probably is, be more shelter, then I will camp over there. Until then, continue to hydrate myself and cook up some noodles. So I'm now over at the campsite across the lake. Yeah. So it appears that I have the choice of a completely open, unsheltered, burnt out campsite on that side of the lake, or a completely open, burnt out campsite on this side of the lake. Which one will it be? Well, it does look like there's something that resembles a tent pad there that hasn't been used in I don't know how long, but trees are growing up. But there's definitely some cedars on their side. I'll show you. Right. So I've got a flat spot here, and the portage is just around the corner. It's crazy because this fire pit as well. Check this out. Yeah, people don't come back here. So I am definitely on my own. Yeah, as I was saying, portage, my next portage is just around the corner, and the sun is going to set over there. So if I'm lucky, I'll get a sunset, which would be nice. So I'm going to stay here. I'm already here as well. I'll have a look around, see if there's any animal signs that I don't like, but I think that this will do. I also filled up the water filter before paddling over from the other side, just in case I didn't like the look of it over here, water quality wise. I think that if I need to get more water, I probably can as well, so it's not that different, although the back side of it over here looks pretty marshy. I'll show you. So that's the back of the campsite. And then just to the right, you can see through there. Trying to focus. See through there, you can see water. And that's actually where I paddled in. That was the very kind of swampy area, if that makes sense. So anyway, this is home for the night. It's going to be windy. The wind is blowing straight into camp. I'll set up my tent in that pad, and yeah. The tent's going to be well aired out anyhow. So it's probably around 5 or 6 o'clock, if my guess is right, going by whereabouts the sun is. And I've just come in to take shelter in the tent. I don't have the external mic, so I don't know what the audio will be like. But yeah, just, you know, this site is completely open. I've been in the sun all day. So the wind is picked up. think I mentioned that before, but you know, now when I look out, I can see currents out there and whitecaps, and yeah, I was planning to try fishing out here and eat that, and I am down at the end where the wind is and all the waves. I can't fish from shore because any cast will just come right back at me. And I've had to load tons of stuff into the tent to keep the tent down. And it's a little bit too windy to be sitting out in a canoe trying to fish. So, yeah, I'm disappointed. But more than that, it's that was my dinner. I only packed a certain amount of dinners, and I decided that I would do what I can to, you know, catch and cook and feed myself, at least partially. And if I wasn't able to, then I would just deal with it. I've got trail mix, you know, so I had a little bit of that. The other thing, and I didn't mention it earlier because I don't want to sound like a whiny baby, but yeah, my stomach's been off most of the day. So one of the reasons why I didn't eat this morning, I had like a handful or two of trail mix. I'm a little bit worried that it's the water filter, but I don't know. My stomach got sick the last time I was out, and then it never really recuperated, you know. I went home and I tried doing all kinds of things, you know. I'd stop drinking coffee for a few days, see if that would help, and whatever. It was manageable, so I decided, yeah, go on the trip. And I came out, and yeah, this morning feeling pretty sick, you know. And then as well, on the island, right before I ate out there, I had a handful of trail mix, and, you know, when I ate it, yeah, nearly didn't stay down. The good thing is that Mr. Noodles has saved the day, it seems anyway. Right now, I don't feel sick. So, and I've drank water again, and that didn't make me feel sick. I ate some trail mix, and that didn't make me feel sick. So, yeah, that's super good. So I don't know. I'm even wondering if it's the mountain house that I had last night. Maybe I've developed some kind of intolerance for mountain house, which would suck because they've been my go-to. But that's what I had last night, and that's what I ate during the last trip out here because of the fire ban. Because of the fire ban, I've been packing foods that I can cook just by boiling water. So, excuse me. So, yeah, it would suck if it was the mountain house because that is basically what I have brought as the one meal. Meaning, I might be trying to fish sooner than later. I do have a couple other things that I can try, but yeah, we'll see. I brought some bannock, so I could try cooking that up. So anyway, yeah, I'm just going to hang out in here. There's not going to be much else to show you. I'm going to try to do a time-lapse of the sunset, and that will probably be the end of the video. So, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to include this in the previous day, yesterday's, or if I'll include it in the next one, or if it'll be all on its own. But, yeah, thanks for coming along. It's been a bit of a struggle. I'm going to try to get some rest tonight. Tomorrow's going to be a bit more difficult. I've got a 1,500 meter portage and then a 1,000 meter portage and one lake to cross that is half decent size. So, yeah, hopefully I feel good. That's my other concern. The further I go in, the more I have to be aware of my health. if my water filter isn't working, and if it's me getting beaver fever or something like that, I do not want to be, you know, vomiting and having the scutters out here and not being able to travel. Yeah, it would suck, especially these big hard portages. Don't know how I would do it. And there's no one out here to help me. So anyway, so yeah, let's see if I can do a sunset time lapse, and I'll leave you with that. All right, thanks for watching. Well, the weather changed again. The wind has died down, and as you can see, not really any sunset, but instead I got this cloud moving in. So I would think that it's going to rain tonight, which is going to suck because I'm completely out in the open on a rock. But I just ate a bug. But yeah, there's nothing I can do now, obviously. So there's all kinds of things that I could tell you about that it's like, oh my God, really? The fact that all around me is blueberry bushes. That there was animal feces, but it looks more like wolf to me than bear. Definitely not bear. I'm thinking it's probably wolf. Or that over on the other side of my camp, there is definitely an active trail, animal trail. I'll point you in the direction. So you can see in there, we have the spot. And then you can see the sand. It's dirty everywhere except across, right? The sand and the water. It's dirty everywhere except across to here and up to my tent. So let's see again. Wildlife trail, water, muddy debris everywhere except in a straight path across and up. So anyhow, yeah, so lots to complain about. I'm not going to, you know, it's a part of the adventure. And you saw, put the tarp out over top of my tent. I didn't string off the back yet. I'll probably do that before bed, but I'm on a slight hill downwards as well, right? So my head's gonna be up here, the back is over there. The rain's gonna run off there. So yeah, I should probably string it out. Anyhow, I wasn't gonna say any more, but this is the end of the video because in a moment I'm gonna go into the tent to get out of the mosquitoes, and then I'm gonna go to sleep. So thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. sure you can hear it. Thunder and lightning in the distance. Not too distant distance. And I don't know if you heard it, I tried to record it. Some animal freaking right out. And I hear some walking in the water behind me. It's an interesting night. Haven't yet gone to sleep. So I don't think I'm going to record a thunderstorm for you. I think I'm going to try to sleep through it. Hopefully it passes by, because I'm really out in the open. I guess if worse comes to worse, and it gets really hairy out here, then I head into the bush without a shelter, basically. Or I could strip my tarp off or something. But I'm on an air mattress. It's not really rubber, but if it gets really hairy, what I'll do is I'll take I have Keen sandals. There's that animal freaking out again. And I'll kneel on them, on the air mattress, to ground myself. There's not much more I can do other than head into the bush. So, but if I'm going to get through tomorrow, I need sleep. So that's it for now.